Should you scout for Guzma and Ariados? Is he any good? Well, guys, first things first, he is a variety scout. And as a variety scout, he is basically a limited spotlight scout. That means exactly the same rates as spotlight scout, 7% chance of getting a random 5-star, 3 support move candy coins on your first 3 multiples, and basically 1 guaranteed copy of him with 7,500 paid gems and enough custom power-ups for him if you go for the paid route. The thing is, he is a limited unit, so not really supportive still of variety scouts, but let's see if this variety scout is good or not. So, in terms of his base kit, this is a support sync pair with an EX roll of tech. I'm not a fan of this combination because support sync pairs, not exactly good multipliers, kind of weak offensive stats as you can see over there. And the tech EX roll just increases the damage of the sync move, which is not exactly that high. So, not really a fan of this combination. In terms of his passive skills, you have Overwhelm 9 when you attack an opponent, you get to lower their attack stat. You have Trip Up 9 when you attack an opponent, you get to lower their speed stat. And then Hostile Environment 3, you get to raise the chances of inflicting status conditions, and that status condition is poison. Basically, if you use Poison Sting, you are guaranteed to poison the opponent immediately. And when you use Poison Sting, because of the 2 passive skills, you get to lower their attack stat, you get to lower their speed stat. You have another attack, which is Struggle Bug, which lowers the opponent's special attack stat -1, and this hits every single opponent. So you get to lower the opponent's special attack, you get to lower the opponent's attack stat, and you get to lower the opponent's speed stat by using Struggle Bug, and this hits everyone. And that's kind of good because you get to debuff 3 stats immediately. And then maybe use Poison Sting to poison the opponent. Now, Dire Hit All Plus raises everyone's critical hit. You can use this for max critical hit. And then Quit Standing Around, you can use this once, and it raises everyone's attack and special attack by 2. It also raises everyone's physical moves up next effect and special moves up next effect by 1. So that means you can raise everyone's damage by 40% on your next attack. Unfortunately, you can only use this once without an MP refresh. So that is, you're just raising everyone's attack and special attack stat +2. And you're not raising any more stats. You're just, mostly a debuffer sync pair. So he's more of a tech sync pair, to be completely honest, than a support, rather than a support being a tech, something like that. Now, in terms of your sync move, it's pretty ordinary as a support sync pair. You get to give yourself a double sync buff. And then if you have your EX roll, that damage is just going to be increased by 1.5 times or 50% stronger damage. So again, this is just a debuffer sync pair who can debuff not only special attack but also attack stat and speed stat and raise everyone's attack and special attack stat +2. Raise everyone's physical moves up next effect and special moves up next effect, as well as maximize everyone's critical hit rate and guaranteed poison with Poison Sting. Ordinary, nice debuffer. We have nicer debuffers, like for example, Variety Nolan, Best Boy Nolan can also do something like this. But let's see if the Sync Grid can make him better. So, checking out the sync grid at the he has a guaranteed lucky cookie, a special lucky cookie. Hit poison opponent HP recovery 9. If the opponent's poisoned, you attack an opponent, you get to restore some HP. Nice. And you get this lucky cookie in his event. Now, in terms of 1 copy, you do not get anything significant. You just get your ordinary power-up, something like that. No MP, no move gauge refreshes, no MP refreshes, no whatsoever. So kind of sad. 2 copies gives you an agile entry to raise your evasiveness by 1 at the start of the battle. And Dire Hit All MP refresh 2, worthless. Natural Remedy to remove your status conditions for the first time. Poison Sting move gauge refresh 2, not really that significant because Poison Sting is just a 1 move gauge attack. You don't exactly need this. Potent Toxin 2 to raise the damage the opponent receives from poison. Okay, I guess this is acceptable. Quick Cure to remove the confused, flinching, and trap conditions first time you're inflicted. quit standing around, hit and heal 9 so that you give yourself gradual healing. Okay, that's good because gradual healing plus probably the hit poison opponent HP recovery 9 will give you nice healing capabilities. And last but not the least, for two copies, you have MP refresh 3, which I highly recommend that you get so that you can raise everyone's attack and special attack by another 2, so that everyone's attack and special attack will go up +4, and another MP refresh will just max out everyone's attack and special attack stats. So this is recommended. 3 copies gives you full bracing Pokemon move 9. Every single time you attack the opponent, you get to raise your own defense and special defense, which I was hoping that this will raise every one of your allies' defense and special defense. Unfortunately, it's only for Guzma. Team Skull is selfish. So only your own defense and special defense. But then you become quite tanky because you get to recover your own HP with your exclusive lucky skill, as well as your gradual healing for hit and heal 9. Impervious, your stats cannot be lowered by the opponent. Quit standing around, Team Brain gain 9 and Team Brawn gain 9. If you get this, not only do you raise your physical moves up next effect and special moves up next effect +1, it will raise by +2 instead. So that's 80% stronger increase in damage for everyone. Struggle Bug move gauge refresh 9. Every single time you use this, you recover 1 move gauge. Sync Damage Guard gives you a damage guard next effect after you use your sync move for the very first time. And my favorite tile for support sync pairs, Synchro Healing 1. Every single time you use your sync move, everyone recovers 20% HP. I cannot emphasize how important this is for support sync pairs, and I'm glad to see that Guzma have this. Vigilance protects you from critical hits. That means you can give him the lucky cookie, his lucky cookie, so that, you know, you don't get hit by critical hits. And I just noticed that I'm glitching out. Just ignore that. And 2 power-up tiles for your sync move. So that is Guzma. He gets to debuff 3 opponent stats. He gets to power up your allies. Highly recommend you get that MP refresh at 2 out of 5 and probably the hit and heal 9. And if you have 3 copies, maybe give him Vigilance, give him the lucky cookie. And full bracing Pokemon move 9 is quite important, I guess. But that aside, that is it for his kit. We do not exactly have a lot of great bug type supports. The only bug type supports we have, guys, we only have 4 bug type supports in the game. You know, the first one being New Year Lily, who has come out very, very long time ago. And then there's Aaron, who has come out very, very long time ago as well. You have, whatchamacallit, Trainer Lodge Dawn. And then you have Bugsy and Scyther, which has rerun fairly recently. Those are the only 4 supports, bug type supports that we have. And out of those 4, only 2 actually raise everyone's defenses, and that is Aaron as well as Dawn. Dawn raising a special defense of all allies. And meanwhile, Aaron raising both defense and special defense. Although it does not raise it effectively, it's only 1 turn, 1 defense stat up. So in terms of defensive bug type supports, there's still not any good sync pair for that. Offenses wise, this is quite nice. And combined with his ability of lowering the opponent's stats, I guess this is a nice sync pair to have. Although bug types have a lot to be desired, they can improve a lot more. And probably in the future, we will have a much, much better, you know, bug type master fair. But in terms of bug types, if you're looking for a good bug type right now, you have the rerun or the triple Pokefair thing featuring Signasuit Hilbert. Signasuit Hilbert is so good. He can cover fire, I think, electric, ice, water. I forgot the other type, bug type, you know, and then he can give opponents rebuffs. And now with the Strike EX role, he is very good. In terms of supports, you can just get any random support to help out your bug type team. But in terms of everything. If you're a fan of Team Skull, go for Guzma. Your hardest Team Skull grunt is definitely going for Guzma. But in terms of the meta, it's nothing meta changing or anything like that. If I were to rate him 1 to 10, he's probably just a 6 in terms of overall, but in terms of debuffing the opponent, I'll rate him a little bit higher, 7.5. But overall usage, just 5.5 to 6. Just in case you want a number from me. And until then, guys, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed this, make sure you hit the like button for me, as well as subscribe if you haven't. Let me know if you're scouting for Guzma, Bad Boy Guzma. And if you want to support out the channel, you can go to my coffee.com/splgum and help me with my animal flow education, which I'm going to take on October. Or join my members by clicking on the join button down below. A huge shout out to everyone, especially my purple 3-year members, for your kindness and generosity. I finally updated my header member thing. So sorry for the long wait. It's finally updated. Thank you guys so much for support. And until then, that is it for this video. See you with Plumeria. And I know some of you asked me for suggestions, recommendations for the triple Poke Fair Scout. I'm working on it. Until then, see you. Rawr.